Hey, it's me, Steve. It is early in the morning, and I am driving to Indianapolis. This is not a geo rant, it's just a general rant. Kind of like a channel purpose thing, and I'm going to explain something here to you simply as I can at the end of this here. But basically, the point of my channel is to educate specifically on earth science topics and to bore you to death with them. And it's also to, some math too. It's also to share certain things, that I do, like the building of the shed or my cabin delivering the UP and the building of the outhouse, the UP, building of the deck, things like that. I am not an activist of any sort. I am too busy, and, excuse me, and that is because I want to be busy doing things. In my specific field of science, I have a lot to do, okay? So people who watch my channel know my stance on things, and I don't hide it, and they also are, aware of my political views. And for anyone out there, by the way, I hate politics. I hate all politicians, and I don't care about any of them, and I'm never going to talk about it, all right? So, that's done. Now what I want to do is I want to explain as simply as I can science. Okay, what is science? All right. Well, science is a way we look at things in order to describe the natural world. And that's the key there. The key there is natural. I'm going to extrapolate on that. But basically, we use observation, testability, predictability, and reproducibility in order to interpret the natural world, what we can observe, test, and all that. If we can't observe and test something, make predictions, and repeat our tests or observations, it's not science. It's outside the realm of science. Science deals with the natural. The supernatural is irrelevant because we can't observe, test, make predictions, or reproduce anything, observations about anything. All right? The whole argument whether there's a God or gods in science, we don't care. I don't care. All right? I just don't. And I don't want to debate on it, and I don't want to talk about it because it's philosophical. All right? I don't deal with philosophy that much. Philosophy is not my thing. Science and math is my thing. All right? Personally, if someone asks me something, I'll answer their question. But so I've just explained in a nutshell kind of what science is as simply as I could. And science uses a scientific method, which I am going to do a separate video on. Where I'm going to walk you through the process of how an idea becomes a hypothesis and becomes a theory, and how most of us, like me, I work within a theory or theories. Most of us scientists do. We don't, our goal isn't to make new theories all the time, okay? And theories can change as new evidence comes about and new tests, new technologies. We can change a theory. It's no big deal. And a theory does not have the same definition that it has in everyday speak. All right? I need to make that very clear. All right? A theory in science is far more complex. A fact is not above a theory. That's not how it works. A theory is a body of facts, observations, and things like that. It changes. Gravity's a theory, evolution's a theory. These things are theories, but they're well founded in our observations and testability, okay? What we know. Now, in science, we also don't know a lot. Most of the natural world around us, since we're basically, in all practical purposes, confined to this planet. Yeah, we go into low Earth orbit, and yeah, we have deep space probes. But until we get out there, there's so much that is unanswered, and that's fine. All right, science. Just because we don't know it now doesn't mean we won't, and we may never. One example of something that was thought to be supernatural, that actually when we figured out what it was something recent, would be harps. Harps will often just be sitting in a room. They'll play themselves. Obviously, they won't play something specific. They would just, make noise. And in the 1960s, this was still somewhat an issue. And for the life of me, I don't remember when it was figured out. But harps, that playing does have a natural explanation, and now we know what it is. Okay, that's fine. That's great. That's how our understanding changes with time. Okay. So I think that's pretty much all I wanted to say about stuff. But anyway, if you want, leave a comment or criticism. It doesn't matter. Or if you have any specific questions, I'll answer them. But anyway, that's it, and have a good day.